Hello students, welcome to my next class of reinforced cement concrete. Now in this session, we will continue where we left in the previous class. In previous class, we have discussed what are the different types of sections, that is under reinforced, over reinforced, balanced sections in only a singly reinforced beam only. So these all are the sections coming under singly reinforced beam only. So if we go through the summary briefly, if we want to find out the XA, if you want to find out the XA, then the formula for that we have is we should equate the moment of areas for compression as well as tension zone. Okay. Let me do this. Okay. Okay, that is B into XA into XA by 2 is equal to M into AST into D minus XA. That is the formula. It might not be visible to you, but I am telling you, you can note it down in your running notes. So how this formula came means moment of area is equal to actually area into the center of gravity. So the area, if this is the cross section of the beam, so here the neutral axis will lie. So until this depth, the depth of neutral axis will be considered as XA. Okay, then this is how XA will come, and XA by 2 will be here. That is the center of gravity of the compression zone actually. Okay, and now coming to the next one, XC is equal to, actually we discussed, it is M sigma CBC by M sigma CBC plus sigma ST. So since to make the formula in a short term, we represent the M sigma CBC by M sigma CBC plus sigma ST as a K actually. So that's why it becomes simply KD. XC is equal to KD. Here also that for different types of sections the properties were given. So actual depth of neutral axis for balanced section will be equal to the critical depth of neutral axis, and CA will be equal to C. That means maximum compressive stresses will be equal to the permissible stresses in the concrete only. So that's why CA is equal to sigma CBC, and TA is equal to maximum tensile stresses is equal to permissible stresses in steel. So those are the two formulas in balanced section. In under reinforced section, XA will be less than XC. That means, okay, for suppose this is any cross section of beam, here there lies a neutral axis XA for suppose. Okay, sorry. Here it is neutral axis XA. So the critical neutral axis will be more deeper than XA actually. So XA will be less than XC. This is how XA will be less than XC. I hope you understand. Otherwise, I will draw once again. Listen carefully. Observe it properly. I will try to draw in a neat manner. So for suppose this is a neutral axis, that is actual, and this is critical neutral axis. So what here statement is coming means in under reinforced section, the actual neutral axis, I already explained what is actual neutral axis and what is critical depth of neutral axis in the previous class. If anybody had not seen, they should see my previous video and come to this class. So everything is not going to be repeated in every class, so that's why the upcoming classes will be depending upon the previous classes. So you should be watching the previous classes if I tell any new thing. Okay, so here XA is less than XC. That is what under reinforced sections the depth says. So and CA will be less than sigma CBC. CA, we have drawn that, we know that the stress diagram will be like this. So here CA will lie. CA. Okay, CA. So it is CA. So this CA will be less than the permissible limit for various grades of concrete like M5, M10 and M15 like that, so on, so M20. So there will be the sigma CBC values, right? We have seen in the previous class. For M5 something value is there, for M20, for M10, M20 what is the value? 7, and M25, for M25 it is 8.5. Okay. So coming to the over reinforced section, here XA will be greater than XC, CA will be equal to sigma CBC. That means the compressive stresses that are coming will be equal to the maximum permissible stresses, but the tensile stresses that are coming will be less than the permissible limit of the steel actually. Moving further, moment of resistance. So we have different formulas for different cases. For balanced section, moment of resistance in compression is taken, and moment of resistance in tension is also taken. Either both we can implement, either or both we can implement. That means through moment of resistance in compression, through moment of resistance in tension, we can calculate the moment of resistance actually. That means moment carrying capacity. Moment of resistance means moment carrying capacity. So how much our beam is carrying the moment, that capacity is known as moment carrying capacity or moment of resistance. So, and coming to moment of resistance in under reinforced section, here only in under reinforced section from tension side, because TA is equal to sigma ST now, so that's why moment of resistance in tension side is gonna be find out. And in moment of resistance in over reinforced section, always find MR from compression. Okay. So because here CA is equal to sigma CBC, that means compressive stresses that are coming will be equal to the permissible stresses of concrete due to bending in compression. So these are some of the formulas. Coming to next slide. So this is the design formula for balanced section. Here some assumptions are going to be made, like assume B is equal to D by 2. This is one assumption. Okay, let me use blue color for you. This is one assumption, assume B is equal to D by 2. And moment of resistance in compression for balanced section, we got B into XA into CA by 2 into D minus XA by 3. Here why CA by 2 taken, why not CA means average stresses will be taken. So see here, observe carefully. So here CA by 2 is means average area here, stresses, average stresses that are also permissible stresses only. Okay, permissible stresses, you have seen the stress diagram, how it will be going to, how it is going to be. So this is going to be like this in over reinforced in balanced section. Okay, otherwise I will draw uniformly. Wait, so in over reinforced section, what is happening here? Here there is a resultant C, right? So here maximum stresses will be occurring, and at the neutral axis 0 will be there. So CA plus 0 by 2, what happens? It becomes CA by 2. And similarly here average area, so above area, this width is B. Okay, this width is B, and this height is XA only, obviously this height is XA. Okay, so that's why average area into average permissible stresses are taken here, and into lever arm, that is D minus XA by 3. Okay, D minus XA by 3. And now coming to some of the assumed terms, that means here B is equal to D by 2 already assumed. Sigma CA in balanced section, it will be equal to what? Sigma CBC. Similarly XA will be equal to XC, we have seen in previous slide. So likewise, if we put the values, if we substitute the values, so this second line equation will come. After that, so here sigma CBC by 2, how it came? After putting the value of sigma CBC in CA, we all know that XC is equal to what? XC is equal to KD also. Okay, by putting the value of KD in that, we get this third line equation. Okay, this is the equation we are going to get. Now if we assume another two terms, that is J is one term, and also Q will be another term. Okay, this half CJK will be indicated as Q only in upcoming equations. So two terms we have considered here, that is J, it will be equal to 1 minus K by 3, and Q is equal to half CJK. Half CJK is the equation for that. So moving further, so now coming to, so as I have told you, half CJK means Q, we are representing it as Q. So hence we will get this equation after putting the value of q in half CGK. So overall, in overall manner, if we want to find out the effective depth, that is overall depth minus effective cover. If you want to analyze, here square is not there actually here. Remove the square here. Square is not there. Okay. Only d is equal to square root of moment of resistance by qb. That will be the formula that is going to come. Okay, next, moment of resistance in tension, moment of for balanced section. If you want to, until now we have find out the moment of resistance in compression. Moment of resistance in tension for balanced section will be equal to what? Sigma st by m into mast. This is, what is this? This is the permissible one. Okay, this is the permissible one, and this is area. Okay, area, equivalent area of concrete, equivalent area of what I said in the previous class. So m is equal to, what is the factor that is going to come? Okay, AC by AST. In previous classes, if you see, so AC will be equal to m into AST. That is the term that came here. So this is permissible stresses, and this is what? Permissible area, not permissible area, but the area, equivalent area, into lever arm d into d minus xc by 3. So mm will get cancelled, mm will get cancelled. Okay, will get cancelled. And in next equation, sigma st into ast into d minus kd by 3, because xc is equal to what? Kd. And in third line, if you see, if we make the d as common, 1 minus k by 3 will be remaining, and 1 minus k by 3, as I denoted in the previous slide, it will be equal to j. So ast, overall, in overall manner, ast will be equal to moment of resistance in tension by sigma st into j into d. So this is the thing that we should know. And for calculating the moment of resistance of a rectangular section, so here one problem is given here. So listen carefully, one problem is given here. We are asked to find the moment of resistance of a rectangular RCC section shown below, given that effective cover is 50 mm, use M20 grade of concrete and Fe415 grade of steel. So we have to calculate the moment of resistance. What is the formula for moment of resistance? Okay, let me tell you. So for finding out moment of resistance, there is a formula. So let me write here. So the formula is moment of resistance is equal to compressive force into lever arm. Compressive force into lever arm. So to find the compressive force, what we should do to find the compressive force? What is the formula for force? Average stress into lever arm. So this is the formula for calculating compressive force. And when it is multiplied, when the average stress is compressive force is multiplied with the lever arm, it gives moment of resistance of the section that is given to us. So first of all, let us write the given data. So what is given in the data? So they have given the effective cover. Let us assume the effective cover as d dash. Okay, effective cover d dash is equal to 50 mm, and what they have given, M20 grade of concrete, that is characteristic compressive strength of concrete, will be equal to FCK is equal to 20 Newton per mm square. Okay, and what else they have given? Fy, that is 415 grade of steel. Fe415 means yielding stress will be equal to Fe415 Newton per mm square. And now what else they have given? So that is the thing they have given in the given data. Okay, overall depth is also given. That is through the diagram we can see the overall depth 700 mm. Please note down in your notebook along with me. Whatever I am writing, you should be writing in your notebook also. So B is equal to 400 mm is given. This is the width actually. So 400 mm. Okay, this is the given data. Okay, now I am erasing it. So we have until now what we have written, the given data has been written. Moment of resistance formula also I have told you. And now for moment of resistance, what is the formula for a moment of resistance? compressive force into lever arm acid. For finding compressive force, average stress into area under stress. Okay, for finding the average stress, we should have stress diagram. For having the stress values, we should know the permissible limits of the stress values. Okay, for finding out the value of stresses, for finding out the value of stress, average stress, we should know what type of section it is, whether it is under reinforced section or balanced section or over reinforced section. This is the thing that we should find for designing our problem, for solving our problem. This is the necessary thing. So how you can find that the section is whether under reinforced or over reinforced or balanced, using the two terms XA and XC. Okay, if it is less than, if XA is less than XC, then it is under reinforced. Okay, and if it is equal, then it is balanced section, and if it is okay greater than, if it is greater than XC, then it is over reinforced. So we all know how the section becomes under reinforced, balanced and over reinforced. So first of all, let us find the effective depth, because this is very important formula. In each and every step we could find the necessity of this term, that is effective depth, D. So how can we find the effective depth? We should deduct the effective cover from the total depth, overall depth. Okay, so D dash is given, D is given, D is here 700. Okay, D dash here is 50. That will be resulting as 650 mm. So effective depth is 650 mm. Okay, then what else should we find? We should find the permissible stresses in concrete and as well as permissible stresses in steel. Okay, I already told you in previous classes from IS 456, the permissible value of stress in concrete due to bending is, in compression, the value will be, so for here M20 grade of concrete is given. Okay, M20 grade of concrete, the value of sigma CBC is 7. Here Fe 415 grade of steel is given. For Fe 415, sigma ST will be equal to sigma ST will be equal to sigma ST will be equal to 230 Newton per mm square, and sigma CBC will be equal to 7 Newton per mm square. Okay, both have the units Newton per mm square, both are denoted by the term Newton per mm square. So first of all, what I said, we should find XA. How can we find XA? Using the formula moment of area and equating this moment of area of compression with the moment of area in tension. So by equating these two terms, we could find the actual depth of neutral axis. Okay, so moment of area and compression. So first of all, I am writing left hand side. So moment of area, so see here, there will be a neutral axis. These black lines are there, no? So these black lines indicate the what? Critical neutral axis it is actually. So these green lines indicate actual depth of neutral axis. So actual depth of neutral axis that we should find. For finding it, moment of area is compulsory to be found out. So that's why moment of area formula is area into specific gravity, is area into center of gravity. So area into center of gravity. So until this portion, what is the area? Okay, let me draw another time. So this portion's area, what is it? XA. Okay, it became very thick actually. XA into, okay, let me erase it. Okay, XA into B, this is area, and center of gravity is lies at XA by 2. This is the left hand side. Okay, and this will be equal to right hand side. What is the right hand side? Moment of area in tension. Okay, moment of area in tension will be in left hand side. Okay, so moment of area MAST, it is the equivalent area, okay, equivalent area into the remaining depth up to the center of gravity. So this depth, okay, this depth from green line to the this depth, okay, this depth is what, d minus xa, okay. So this is the equation. From this equation, after substituting the values, here xa means, here xa should be found out, and remaining b is equal to 400 and m is equal to, can be found out using the what, modular ratio formula, 280 by 3 sigma CBC. M is equal to 280 by 3 sigma CBC, and the sigma CBC for M20 grade of concrete is what, 7, okay. Put 7 in sigma CBC value. In sigma CBC you will get the answer, okay, you will get the answer as, you will get the answer as 13.33. This is the answer for modular ratio. Modular ratio value is 13.33, okay. And the effective depth already we have found out, that is 650 mm. So put all those values and find out the xa. So this is the thing that you should do. I am not going to do the entire calculation here. You should do in the in your notes while carrying a calculator, okay. So I will tell the overall value. So xa will be equal to 161.75 mm, okay, 161.75 mm. This is the value of xa. Now we should find xc. Similarly xc should be found out. So for xc, what is the formula? K into d is the formula. Xc is equal to K into d. We have been hearing this since beginning we are hearing this formula. Xc is equal to kd. What is the kd? K here, m sigma CBC by m sigma CBC plus sigma st, sigma st. This is the formula for K, okay, into d. Okay, now there is a lack of space here, so that's why I am going to erase here. You note on your notebook. So m sigma CBC by m sigma CBC plus sigma st into d. I am going to erase it, okay. Now substitute the values. M value is 13.33 and the sigma CBC value is 7, okay, and sigma st is equal to 230 and d value is 650. After substituting the values, okay, we will get the xc as 187.88 mm. So xa is already what, 161.75 is there, 161.75 is there, and xc it became 187.88 mm. So we can say that xa is less than xc. So if xa is less than xc, what type of section it is going to be? It is going to be under reinforced section. So that's why here diagram is drawn before only. So actually this is the question of the diagram that is going to be given in our exam. Otherwise this diagram is not given. This diagram should be drawn by us after concluding. So this diagram, after seeing this diagram, you might think that this will be also be given in the exam also. So not like that. Why? Because if xa is less than xc, xa is equal to xa, then that will be the balanced section. In balanced section, green line and black line, that means this line and this line will be lie at the same line. They will be collinear, okay, na? They will be lie at the same line actually. So why I had written previously means I had already found out that this is the under reinforced section before giving the question to you. So that's why I have drawn previously only, before only. Why? This is the xa, that is actual depth of neutral axis, and overall up to here it is xc, that is critical depth of neutral axis. So now we have known the terms xa and xc, and we have find out that this is a under reinforced section. For finding out moment of resistance, what is the formula? That is, I have told you, moment of resistance is equal to compressive force into lever arm. For finding compressive force, average stress into area under stress. Okay, what is the average stress here? Here Ca is the maximum stress and 0 is the minimum stress. Here stress will be lying as 0. Okay, here stress is 0. So Ca plus 0 by 2 will be equal to Ca by 2. This is the stress and area. So up to here area is how much? B into XA. B into width is same. This is the width, and up to here XA is the depth, actually depth of neutral axis. So CA by 2 into B into A into lever arm. What is the lever arm? D minus XA by 3. This is the lever arm formula. Overall, in overall manner, this is the formula for finding out moment of resistance. So we know here B, we know XA, we know D, we know XA. Only the term we don't know is CA. So how can we find CA here? So observe the stress diagram here. There are two triangles, right? So from similar triangle property, what can we write here? CA, that is horizontal length by vertical length of compressive zone. Okay, CA by XA will be equal to horizontal length by vertical length in tension zone, that is sigma ST by M. Sigma ST by M. What is the vertical length there? D minus XA, obviously. Okay. We should find the CA, and all the other terms are known by us previously only. XA 161.75, sigma ST 230, M 13.33, effective depth 50. So all these terms are known. We can find CA using this equation. Okay, I have cleared this equation here. So after finding CA, we could substitute in moment of resistance. So you should calculate in your notes. Later you will get that 110.25, okay, into 10 power 6 Newton mm. So whatever the value you are getting, divide it with 10 power 6, you will get in terms of kilonewton meter. Okay, you will get in terms of kilonewton meter. Then it will become as 110.25. Whatever the value that you are getting in calculator after putting the known values for finding moment of resistance, okay, divide it with 10 power 6, divide it with, not multiply, divide it with 10 power 6 in your calculator. Here why I multiplied means here in terms of Newton millimeter I have taken. In terms of kilonewton meter, what we should do? We should divide it with the 10 power 6, then we will get this value 110.25 kilonewton meter. Hope you like this video, and stay tuned for my upcoming videos. Thank you for attending this class. Thank you.